Here's kind of an odd video. I saw the title from Zero Hedge, which I'll read you right now before further commenting. Here's how much you've lost on your used car so far in 2017. Hint, a lot. I'm thinking, what do you mean used car? I thought it was the new car. You drive the new car off the lot, and you've just lost thousands. And the year goes by, and you've lost thousands more. And the next year goes by, and you've lost thousands more. Next thing you know, you pull a Jason M4 and buy a 2-year-old car for $10,000 with 14,000 miles on it, Nissan Leaf, when it was a $30,000 car just 2 years ago, right? So what he's saying here, or they, is that, no, we're not talking used car. Here's how much you lost on your used car. What? It's that bad? Well, let's see. America's favorite rapidly depreciating asset is now losing its value faster than ever, which is probably not good news for an auto market in which 25% of people were already underwater by an average of $3,600 plus. According to Black Book, average used car prices have dropped 17% over the past 12 months as America's complete transformation into a rental society has flooded the market with off-lease vehicles. Per Bloomberg, the average used car the average used car lost 17% of its value in just the past year, 12 months, dropping from $18,400 to $15,300, according to data from Black Book, an auto analytics company. That annual depreciation figure has been increasing steadily too. The average used car today depreciates nearly twice as fast as it did in 2014, when the annual rate was just 9.5%. We've got ourselves in an oversupply situation, said Jim Hallett, Chief Executive Officer of KAR, that's K-A-R, Auction Services Incorporated, which sells about 5 million used cars every year. Nobody is interested in stockpiling inventory right now. He said, translation, if you're trading in a used car, don't expect to get much of a deal. Speeding down. The average used car lost 17% of its value in the 12 months ending in June. And I want to show you this chart because this is 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. This is not a one-off. This is a trend of losing value, used car market. Look at this, month, year after year after year. Wonder how 2018 is going to go. I need to pause this for 1 second. I can't remember if maybe I did. I won't pause it. Just take a second. I'll tell you what I was doing. Check sprinklers. That was today. Yeah. Just having, being an old city boy, J-Snip, who never really had a sprinkler system or anything. Although we did at the old house. I never had to mess with it. Although I did take one out and replace it and didn't have to mess with it because it was the top type where you just aim the little thing. It's got like a 90-degree spray. You don't have to really do much with it. And now I've got these Rainbird 5000 models. And there's 2 screws, one on the front, one on the back, and the arc, and this and that. I'm like, what the hell? I'm out there for like, I don't even know how long. Hour and a half probably. Let's see, 7, 6, about an hour. And I cannot get this arc right. I'm like, well, I'm thinking arc. Like a rainbow, an arc. No, in sprinkler terms, arc means from left to right. Oh, okay. And I think I'm doing it right, and I'm turning this screw, and then nope, turn the wrong damn screw. Finally get it figured out. And now I can have it spray up to the fence line that way, and then up to the fence line that way. But there's one of them that I unscrewed one of the things too far, and now it's like shooting water out a little too powerful, and it doesn't matter what I do, so now I gotta take the top part of it off. Fix that one sprinkler. That's my note to myself. 5:30 tomorrow. If I don't forget. So, anyways, back here. Again, this is a trend. So which cars are holding up the best? Well, if you have a gas-guzzling pickup or SUV, then you're in luck because folks just can't get enough of that $2.33 per gallon gasoline at the moment. But if you're more of the practical type who likes to buy smaller cars, then you're losing over 20% of your original purchase price each year, which is probably why, Speaking of a small car that doesn't even use gas, fully electric, 84 miles per charge is my particular model. No wonder why it was $10K, and from a $30,000 sticker price just 2 years ago. And the worst are luxury cars, apparently. Small pickups are the best. Full-size pickups, very close. Full-size SUV, third place. Minivan, fourth place. Full-size van, almost neck and neck with that, etc. But then you have subcompact cars, and then luxury at the very bottom. And they're like, ouch, ouch, baby. But even so, all of them are well over 10% down, except for the small pickup and full-size pickup. They're only about 8%. Which, so it's not exactly anything to brag about, I guess you could say, even for a used car. But there's a silver lining per J.D. Power's July 2017 used car. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm trying to read this, and I see something rapidly moving across the floor. What the? Just an old spider, probably about a 2-inch spider. Trying to look for him some food. This is not closed in yet. This got, spider webs everywhere, naturally. And I did throw up some of those foggers, couple foggers in here, even though one would have been enough. Came back the next day. There were some mean, scary looking spiders, like the kind I saw. I was like, I would not want to get bit by that. I don't even know what the hell that is. Anyways, but there is a silver lining. It says per J.D. Power's July 2017 used car industry update, if you're lucky enough to own a 2015 model year large pickup, then you're minting cash. Everyone else, not so much. So for whatever reason, the 2015 model year is up 1.2%. Everything else, including other model years of that same truck, are down. And then everything else, of course, is just flat out down. Of course, strong used car pricing is a critical component required to prop up the overall auto market. While Americans love their brand new cars, if used car prices become too soft, then substitution can hurt new car sales. Add to that the impact of falling residual values on the finance arms of the auto OEMs, and you have all the ingredients required for an auto market meltdown. Unfortunately, the volume of lease returns is only expected to grow even more in 2018, with returns expected to approach 4 million units. And if you want to know what that looks like on a chart, blow that baby up for your viewing pleasure. Have you had the pleasure? This, again, is not even kind of looking good. A pileup of nearly new cars returning off lease is set to cause trouble for the U.S. car industry. Lease bubble. Source, Manheim Used Car Market Report. Look at you can see the one hump from 98 to 2002-ish. Well, of course, we had the stock market bubble then that crashed right around 2000, 2001. Not that that appeared to really change things too much. Although, if you look at the peak of that, 2002-ish, maybe it did, in fact. But again, you look at 06, 07, 08, and 09, that was during the last crisis. Look at 2012 of the off lease. Man, it was like almost no leases were happening. What was going on? Maybe because of 2008 and 9. People, the financial collapse happening then. Ain't nobody who normally leased cars is leasing, I guess, right? You could probably say that. So the leasing volume would be down. But all of a sudden, maybe, we had the cash for clunker crap, and what was that, 2010 or 11? I don't even remember. Whatever, 2012, it spikes way up. And it just barely, as you can see, right around, I guess it looks like still 2017, just a slight little decline. Instead of like skyrocketing up just a hair, a couple degrees to the right, if you will. Doesn't look like it's going to be going over the hill anytime soon. And again, our markets are at an all-time high. So, you probably heard my last video about the whole Trump thing. They're trying to take him out with this, mental stability thing. And again, I'm just thinking, man, if they can pull that off, imagine this goes like this, right? Trump, they took him out with this nonsense, he's mentally incapable. 25th Amendment, all of his surrounding cabinet members, of course, agree. Mike Pence, vice president, he, of course, agrees. And now he's the president. I mean, you're the vice president. Now you get to be the president. Of course, I'm going to agree with anything. But his viewpoint has been 180 degrees from Trump anyways. So imagine this. They actually do it and it's successful. Breaking news, markets absolutely crashed due to this major upheaval in the U.S. political system, yada, yada, yada. Who are you going to blame it on? You can't really blame it on Trump. The poor guy, he's unstable, they said. Can't blame that on him. The markets didn't like the political chaos, that's all. Can't point the finger at anybody. Then their new guy can come in and, quote unquote, fix things. Maybe. Just a scenario I'm going to throw out there. No idea. Honestly, I have no idea. But I thought you'd like to hear that. So, I'm ending it on that note. Take care, my friends.